What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time. This is episode 9. That rhymes. Last time we beat the Forest Temple, met our first sage, or actually, technically second sage, because Raru. Second sage, Saria, learned the Bolero of Fire after making it to Death Mountain, and learning from a Goron that was named after us by Darunia, that Ganondorf has taken all the Gorons of Death Mountain into the Fire Temple, which they never tell you, but I'll tell you now, is a jail built by the Gorons, and they are awaiting their inevitable death by the revived dragon of legend, Volvagia, to be eaten as to threaten those who wish to oppose Ganondorf. We got our fire tunics, so we're heat resistant, and it's time to go in here. There's a lot to talk about, but I will let you listen to the music a little bit because it's one of my favorite tracks, but not this version of the song. We'll get into that in a moment. But here we go, the Fire Temple, one of my favorites. Actually, we're gonna have to talk to someone here, so I take that back. You'll hear it in a second. Who's there? Is that you, Link? Oh, it really is Link. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now is not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He has revived the evil ancient dragon Volvagia. On top of that, he's gonna feed my people to that evil dragon, as a warning to other races that might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead and try to seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned, though, because I don't have the legendary hammer, but I have no choice. Link, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoner's cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link. Goal of the Fire Temple, rescue the Gorons. Alright. I'll let you listen to the song as soon as we make it across this hallway, because the enemy theme is going to play. Actually, wait, no, that's not true, because we have to get the small key first. My bad. Alright, I'll let you take a listen now. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling. Find a path that leads to a room above the ceiling right away. Thanks, Goron. Small key. Alright, the song looped. I'll let you listen to it a little bit more. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with the Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. Alright, that's basically the whole song of the temple. It sounds a little weird, doesn't it? So yeah, that kind of, drone chanting noise is used in another temple, which I won't spoil the name of, but later down the road we'll get to it. This is not what the song is intended to sound like. Or at least not what it was originally intended to sound like. On the N64... Sorry, I just had to play the song to get the block down. It's kind of loud on the recording when I play songs, so I'll just resume when this is down. Alright, no. On the N64 version of this game, aka the original version, the song is not using that noise. This is a Skulltula, we don't need it. The song does not use this, that humming noise, but rather, let me restart this thought, actually. It's kind of hard. It's really a weird story to explain. Let me reword this better. So, as I mentioned previously, I think it was a couple episodes ago, the soundtrack, I think, actually, no, it was the episode before last episode. It was the first episode of Fire Temple. The sounds, a lot of the sounds that were sampled to make the music and sound effects in this game were taken off of a CD called, Voice Spectral 76, a free sample CD, you know, just to get audio clips and stuff for copyright-free use. One of the sound effects on there was a chant, right, like a prayer, of like a sound of a bunch of people praying, and the hum that was originally the sound of things. This is so hard to explain. It's hard to explain this story, and also because you have to talk to the Gorons too. Yeah. I wish I could skip this stuff. There are switches in this temple that you have to cut to activate, but you can also use the Goron special crop to do the job. Yep. Alright, no, but the humming noise originally was not humming noise and was instead a chanting sound taken off of that that soundtrack, that CD, Voice Spectral 76. The sound in question was a prayer-like chanting, and the prayer-like chanting, unbeknownst to the game's composer, Koji Kondo, an absolute legend in video game music, Koji Kondo took the sample and, you know, used it for that chanting. What he didn't know was that the chanting was actually a recording of an Islamic prayer, which had to be removed from future releases because it violated Nintendo's no reference to real-world religion policy that existed at the time, which is the same reason that references to Christianity couldn't be used for Link in the original Legend of Zelda. But for the same reason that Link still has a cross on his shield in the first Zelda game, on the N64 version of this game, the Islamic chanting was still used in the Fire Temple song, because they just produced so many copies of the game with that audio file. It would be redundant and a big waste of money to call them all back and edit it. So they ended up just biting the bullet, releasing it, and then on future re-releases after the N64 version, it was patched out. Which is the same reason that the star and the crescent, moon, and star symbol on the pushing blocks are not in the re-releases of the game, because they also violate the real-world religion reference policy, because they look very similar to the Islamic moon symbol. So yeah, a little bit of history there. I'm not, like, Islamic or anything, but, like, I kind of prefer the sound of the original song more, because A, that's the version I'm used to, because I grew up with the N64 version, and B, I think it sounds creepier. The whole point of the dungeon is to be kind of eerie, because, you know, it's the Goron, this entire race of people are locked up and they're going to be wiped out, so you're on a mission to save them, this race of innocent people. And, yeah, basically, it's supposed to be eerie, right? And it still sounds eerie. The humming noises they used that are from the other temple, they still sound terrifying. It's like demonic chanting. But, I don't know, it just doesn't hit the same. Because Koji Kondo's original, like I said, Kondo didn't know that, the sound was Islamic prayer. He just thought it was some, like, just gibberish praying noises. He intended for the song to sound like it was the Gorons all, like, singing, like, a folk song of sorts, just to pass the time while they awaited their inevitable death. And that kind of whole motif is kind of removed from the re-releases of the game now, because it's not actual chanting, it's just, like, weird noises. So, I don't know, just kind of a little tidbit there. That didn't hit the switch, really? So yeah, the instruments are the same, but that humming noise is supposed to be chanting. I'll link the original version of the song in the description in case you want to go listen to it. Because it does sound eerie, and I really do prefer that version of the song. Like I said, I'm not Islamic or anything. But yeah, it was misinformation that was spread when it first came out, the game. Or when it first got re-released. Misinformation stated that the Islamic community got mad about it, but that's not what actually happened. It just ended up violating Nintendo's policy, and they just didn't have the money or really the care to edit it in time, so they just didn't. But yeah, I do prefer that version of the song, and this version's alright. It was definitely it definitely sounds good for a quick fix. They could have very easily made the song sound poorly, and no, this remastered version sounds fine. But I'm just so used to that original version, it's always jarring to play re-releases and hear this version of the song. It doesn't sound right, you know? Let me tell you a secret as a reward for releasing me, yep. When you are on fire, you can put it out by swinging your sword, or by rolling forward. Did you know that? I did, Goron, but thank you. But yeah, no, the Fire Temple, this dungeon, the Forest Temple, as you can see, obviously, was a lot more open-ended. The Fire Temple is not open-ended, it's more linear. There's really one straight path you can go, because a lot of stuff is locked behind key doors. And naturally, there's kind of like an unseen hand that guides you along the linear path of the dungeon. But for what it's worth, I still think it's an okay dungeon. I actually like it a lot. It's one of my favorites in this game. And, a lot of people hate this dungeon, actually. One of my favorite YouTube content creators is this guy called Good Old Days Gaming. He plays Zelda games a lot. He, vehemently dislikes this dungeon. As do most people, though. I don't mean to call him out, obviously. He's a great guy. But, in general, oh wow, the camera clipped through the wall there. That was an odd sight. Can I do that again? Huh. That is weird. You gotta love old game jank. Are you releasing me? Yep. In this temple, there are doors that fall down when you try to open them. When one of these doors starts to fall, move. Yep. Sample of the Goron special crop, which is bombs. I don't think I've said that yet. You can break it. Yep, good to know, Goron. Alright. But yeah, no, this dungeon is way less linear. I do prefer this, though. A lot of people hate this. A lot of people say this is one of the worst dungeons in the franchise. But I disagree. I like this place. It's cool. I like the aesthetic. I like the whole idea behind it. Okay. I am really rolling into these boulders. I don't usually mess up this bad. So we have 2 keys. Alright, so we need to get out of here. Here's the door. Nice. Yep, this room's always scary. Very carefully inch along the path here. We're gonna fall right down into that room with the Runia if we mess up. Or the room next to the one with the Runia. I don't even need this. This is just the map, but it's gonna bother me if I see the unopened chest on my map screen, so I'm gonna grab it. I better not regret this. Because it is quite easy to fall off on your way back. Yeah, this one's really narrow. Hate this. Get in the middle. Okay. Go. Perfect. Good, I've fallen down there one too many times in my countless replays of this game. Now the firewall, yep. It's actually really interesting. There's a YouTube video online that goes over the Voice Spectral 76 was the only sample album Kondo used to perform or compose songs for this game. He used a couple more, and a lot of the ones he used in this game were also used in Majora's Mask. And there's a YouTube video online that shows off all the sound effects that he used, and it's actually really interesting to see how he contorted a lot of the sound effects into these iconic songs that, like, so many people have heard. It's kind of neat. Thank you, Navi. Phew. I thought you were about to fall off. I thought you were about to jump off the edge because Link auto-jumped because we hit a ledge. That would have not been good. I'm so glad we got cut. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creature that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. Looks like you might need some of the Goron's special crop. That's all I have to tell you. That's honestly a really weird tip, because the enemy they're talking about is the dungeon's mini-boss called a Fire Dancer, and you don't need to use bombs on them. I've never used bombs on them ever in my life. You have to hookshot their hearts out of their bodies and then attack them with the heart with your sword. I don't see how you would ever need to use bombs for that at all. Well, maybe I suppose you could, but it's more fun to use the hook shot and then kind of dance around with them trying to catch them than it is trying to time a bomb throw. That guy's gonna knock me off. I always forget what these guys are called, actually. Those enemies are annoying, though. Okay. You know, I really dig the look of adult Link with the red outfit. And I might like it better than the green, honestly. I don't know. It still kills me that I never got Fierce Deity Link. I never got the Fierce Deity mask in my Majora Let's Play. But later down the road, I'm planning on redoing a lot of my Let's Plays, but that's like later, of course. So that's not anytime soon. Yeah, I shouldn't have come down here yet. I never hit the switch. I'm an idiot. No, but I've always preferred. I always like the look of like alternate versions of Link. And probably just because I'm so used to seeing the green outfit, I just like seeing other interpretations of him. Can we make this jump? Well, of course we can, but usually I just jump diagonally if he manages to catch the wall anyway. But I just want to be extra safer. Don't feel like falling. But yeah, in case you couldn't notice, we are currently above that room we just were with the boulders. Like I said, very linear dungeon. Very simple to navigate. You don't even really need a map, because you rarely ever return to the same room twice. This dungeon usually works. You go into a room, you complete it, you go out the opposing door, and then over and over again, and then you come back to the final room at the end, and then you beat the boss. Pretty simple, but I like it. If you find a place that you can see on the map but can't reach, try playing your Ocarina. I thought he was going to say planting the Goron special crop again. For like walls you can blow up. He's talking about Song of Time blocks. Presumably that one earlier that locked us out of that Skulltula. Actually, that's the only song. Actually, no, that's a lie. I was about to say if that's the only Song of Time block, but no, there is actually a second one. And the second one is required to get, so I suppose it is actually not as useless as a tip as I thought. Only 18 minutes in, wow. This dungeon really is short. This jump never made sense to me. Look how far away this is. You think, look at this. I don't know how he grabs that. I don't know how Link grabs that, but that is a wild jump. That took me so long to figure out as a kid when I first played this game. That absolutely blew my mind. I'm pretty sure I used a YouTube. I don't know. I might have used a YouTube guide for that puzzle, because you'd think there'd be no way he could reach that, and he shouldn't be able to reach that. I agree with myself on thinking that, but he can. And that's the only way to get to that room either. When I was little, before I looked it up, I used to think that you had to jump. Oh no, I didn't look it up. I remember. No, I had to I thought you had to jump from that pole that I was standing on to get the heart to the door, but no, you don't. This is a fake door. Yeah. But no, you don't actually have to do that. You can just do that jump. And I remember I figured it out by accident, because I accidentally rolled when I hit the ground after a failed attempt, and I ended up auto-jumping, and then he landed up there. I wonder if that's how they intended you to figure it out. That's honestly not great dungeon design if that's how they intended you to do that, because that baffled me when I was little. Although I suppose at the same time, if it confused me, that is good dungeon design, so maybe I'm just an idiot. Okay. This room, I always take damage here. As a heads up. Stupid keys, I hate them. Especially if you're a kid Link with the Deku shield, and you get hit by a fire enemy, they burn your shield. And you have to go buy a new one from like a scrub. Which is why there's that Deku Scrub trying to sell you a Deku Shield in the Fire Temple. Zongo's Cavern, not Fire Temple. Yeah. You always forget the path. That's actually a really short timer. Nice. That door's fake. What? Oh, that's right, you... I'm stupid. Yeah, and then there's a false wall behind it. Okay. Can't believe I fell for a false door in Ocarina of Time. I thought it looked off, but... Fire Dancer, here we are. So just hookshot it out of its body, and then it'll start running from you, so just attack it. There we go. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. And it also changes color. I don't know what they think you have to do with bombs for this thing. I guess because if you let it run, you'll see it'll run around the whole arena. I guess if you wanted to place a bomb, you could, but why would you ever do that? And that's a waste of time and material. I really hope no one followed that advice for this playing the game for the first time. They do blow up though. If we need to talk about something that's bomb related with them. Whoa. I don't know how I started climbing there. Someone on the collision team messed up their job. There's a tiny bit of climbable wall, not on the gate there. Okay. That was weird. I do enjoy the bomb switch puzzles though. God, here's the room that I always end up messing up. Alright, let me see if I can shoot these keys down preemptively. I'm a pretty good shot with the bow in this game. I say as I missed twice. Although to be fair, I'm also used to using an N64 stick and not a Switch stick, because the Switch stick is actually well calibrated, while the N64 stick is not. Just so happens that the movement on N64 games is also not well calibrated, so it balances out usually. What you have to do is press this switch, which removes the fire from that chest, and you have to rush up there. Alright, there we go. I remember that timer being shorter, I guess not. Maybe I was just really impatient. What dungeon item time? The Megaton Hammer, aka the hammer that was used to kill Volvagia by the ancient Goron hero. To smash and break junk. It's so heavy you need to use two hands to swing it. So yeah, our first example of a two-handed weapon. You cannot use your shield with this item. Yeah, we'll do that. Actually, let's save as well. I just feel like it. Megaton Hammer. I love this thing. This is one of my favorite items in the game. You literally only ever use it like twice in the game. You use it like once in this dungeon. Not once in this dungeon, but you use it in this dungeon. And then you use it like once in a later area. And that's about it. And it's really underutilized. I love this thing. It just feels so strong. And I love that classic N64 shiny texture on it as well. Megaton Hammer's awesome. Nintendo needs to do, or more so Zelda team, I should say, needs to do more dungeon items with hammers involved, or just smashing things. Bombs are cool, but, I mean, bombs can't do that. I want to get a keys with this time. Yeah. I still got him, too. Wow. Man, this game must have blown people's minds when it came out. My first video game ever was Mario Galaxy, so a 3D game never blew my mind, but, well, except the first time I played Mario Galaxy. But, yeah, I mean, if this was, like, one of the first 3D games of this, like, stature, you know. I mean, you look at this game in Banjo-Kazooie, and this one clearly more, epic, before the word epic got driven into the ground. I should say this game's more respectable. Yeah, you also use these things for rusty switches, as Navi's about to tell us. The switch looks rusted. You're right, so the Megaton hammer can smash through decades of rust somehow, which is kind of broken, actually. Cool. Did not mean to fall. Whoops. There we go, now we can free this Goron. A door is hidden inside the statue at the entrance to this temple. But the Goron special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger? We do, as a matter of fact. We just got it. Yeah, I always thought it was cool that, going back to the hammer again, I always really thought it was cool that the dungeon item was, the hammer that they build up. Because, you know, they could have just thrown the hammer away as another item of legend that you never get to use or see, but I think making it the dungeon item is really cool. It's actually really easy to get to. You'd think it'd be more heavily guarded, but no. I guess unless you're drunk and you can't make it up those stairs, anybody can take this. Although maybe only Link can wield it because it's the chosen hero. I mean, if it's this powerful, I imagine it's probably really heavy. Kind of like a sword in the stone thing where you can only pull it if you're like the chosen one. But, I mean, he also pulled the Master Sword too, so there's that. There's the, boss door. We don't have the boss key yet. What? Whatever. We're only 27 minutes in, wow. Actually recording it and seeing how long it's taken me to play this thing is really putting into perspective how short this dungeon really is. Oh well, I still like it though, although I do prefer lengthier dungeons. Yeah, this is alright. I don't mind being able to knock one of these out in one episode. I'm perfectly okay with that. I was honestly kind of mad that I had to do the Forest Temple in 2 parts. And technically I didn't, but I also didn't feel like having an hour-long episode. Like the Stone Tower Temple in my Majora LP. I'm just gonna use the shield for this. What am I doing? I'm not like trying to come over here. This is the first time we see one of these guys, isn't it? Maybe not. Yeah, if they eat you, they take your shield, and you have to kill them to get it back. Free token, though. Don't need it, but it's kind of an OCD thing. I have to kill them if I see them. Nothing wrong with killing an oogly bug that's indoors. Here, let me use the hammer on him. Come here. Hey. There we go. You didn't even get to see it either because the camera was stuck in the wall. Oh well. Whoa, hello there. Don't spend it, please. Love that mini boss music. Don't do that. suppose it's kind of cool to get to see what they do, though. Alright, alright. Is this what you need the bomb for? No, you can just wait it out. Okay. What do you need bombs for with these guys, though? What's that Goron talking about? I guess it really is just for this... to catch this guy. But you can use the Megaton Hammer if you really want to and just... smash him to pieces. How is he not dead yet? This guy's strong. I think the idea of rematching the mini boss is novel, though. Not the first Zelda game to do it, but it's still a cool idea. Give the dungeon a little more character. This guy's really tough. Wow. This is taking me a little bit too long. There we go. Hope that heart doesn't despawn by the time the cutscene's over. Perfect. I forget what's in here. It's just a small key. No, it's bombs, which is odd. They would only ever need to give that to you if you didn't. What is the point in those? I don't understand. What is? You would never need to use bombs on that boss fight. You'd have to be an idiot to do that. That would take so long. And it took long enough, clearly, not using bombs. I don't know why you would ever do that. Unless bombs do an insane amount of damage to that thing, I wouldn't know. But I can't be bothered to find out. Please help, big brother. Oh, I skipped his dialogue. He was just talking about how Darunia is trying to fight the dragon. That's all. Nothing we haven't heard. And I think we need to know what Boss Key Goron number 8 has to say. Alright, Boss Key, let's go finish this thing. I sound bored. I sound like over it. I'm just not. I'm just kind of surprised at how short this dungeon is. Looking back on it. I love the boss fight, though. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that the boss fight's gonna be the dragon, but... Actually, no, it's not a spoiler. The game tells you. The entire point of this dungeon is to free the Gorons while Darunia is buying you time with the dragons. So that way you can go fight it. So yeah. Never mind, it's not a spoiler. Alright, let's go kill Volvagia. For the second time, actually. Because he's been dead once. I love this boss fight. I'm gonna let you hear the music. Actually, no, I don't need to. It's the same music that plays with the Dodongo fight. King Dodongo, but still a good song. Well, a good track at least. There's obviously a better song. You know what I mean. I remember his title being cool. Yeah, Subterranean Lava Dragon. Volvagia, alright. Let's do this boss fight. We need the bow and the hammer. That is what you need to take this boss fight down. This legendary dragon. I don't want to interrupt the music though, because I love this song. It's good fighting music. So if he pops out of the ground, you have to use the hammer to smash open his mask. Then after he does that, you need to go on the side of the arena. Actually, no, we don't, not yet, because he hasn't started throwing rocks. I love that N64P on that. Now he'll start doing the rock thing. Nope, yep, there they come. And there we go. Easy boss, but it's climactic. And you get to hear, that's the last time we'll be hearing that song as well. That unique boss theme. Yeah, his death animation is awesome as well. You can briefly Z-target his head as well, but you can't do anything with it. Does Navi say something? I don't know what's weak point here. I kind of should collect its head. Alright, there we go. 8 hearts though, that's nice. Another dungeon down. Nice. Link's making good progress on this restoration of Hyrule. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the wild Darunia, turned out to be a great sage of fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey, brother, take this. It's a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship. You receive the fire medallion. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to yours. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. Alright. Nice. 37 minutes. Not even that long of an episode compared to some of the other ones. Not bad. Not bad at all. We could go down to Kakariko, I suppose. Wouldn't hurt. Any arrows? I just feel like restocking. You could bust up signs, but I guess you can't bust up this one. Oh well. The Gorons are they even back? I don't know. I can't remember if they actually come back or not. I think they do. No, they have to, because they have to open up their shops, yeah. They should be back here. Yep, they're back. Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Just another solid episode. We got a lot done. We did another temple. What's Navi have to say, actually? An Arctic wind is blowing from Zora's River. Do you feel it? I'm aware, Navi. Yeah, we'll head over there next time. I think I'll end the episode off in a second after I get out of this place. I was like, he looks cooler running without the sword and shield out than he does with it. And we don't need this anymore. Let's go back to green. Don't worry, without spoiling anything, we'll be getting another tunic here in a little bit. But, yeah, I'm gonna go down to Kakariko and then we'll call it an episode. It feels nice though, we're making good progress. Definitely making good progress. Also, we can, the hammer, by the way, if you want to know what it does outside of the temple, I'll show you. It busts opens these rocks, and then it doesn't break these things. Oh, yes, it does. Alright, well, Since it's here, we might as well. There we go. So yeah, it bust opens those. You can also bust those open with bombs, though. But yeah, next episode we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. Well, not a lot of stuff, but we're gonna be getting a lot of stuff. Let's I think we can get up there with the hook shot on that roof. Let's see. Yes, we can. Neat. Hey, good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento. Nice, now we're at 9 hearts. That's all I wanted to do that for. And how many Scuttles are we at? 18. Is that another reward? I'm not sure. No, I don't think it is. I think your next reward is 25. Oh well. Anyway, we're gonna call it an episode there. Nice episode. Got some stuff done. So yeah, all around solid. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one when we check out what Navi was talking about with Zora's Domain. So, yeah, bye.